Hello there, guys and gals. It's Pearl Jr. here. How are you guys doing today? I hope everybody's doing great. I know it's Friday, but it feels like Saturday to me for whatever reason. There we go. I know that you guys are here. So hello, Kellen and Amy. I'm just gonna name a few names. Kimberly and the little dragon and Tammy. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for being here. Well, I had something planned, but I believe that it was a trick. Okay, trying to get me caught up in something. Somebody had sent me a link to something, and then I found out that you can make this happen. So someone thought they could put me in a trick bag, right? But I'm smarter than that. All right, let's see if I can find it real quick, okay? Let's see if I can find it. I'm always losing stuff. I think I have it, right? I think I have it, and then boom, it's gone. But you guys don't forget, of course, the live trilogy of Michael Jackson docs. And thank you so much for Alive for Michael Jackson, The Missing Pieces. We'll have some, I'm going to release some more footage. I'm going to do another commercial or another trailer soon. So we are working on some things. But I wanted to first find this. Hold on. Oh gosh, what did I do with it? Oh man, I hate when I lose what I'm trying to find, right? Let's see. Oh, here we go. All right. So, there was a link to this website called Bobby Anderson, right? So I'm like, oh my God, right? And I'll just show it to you. And this is a screenshot, right? It says here, see, Bobby Anderson is the name of the account. And it says life events. Started new job at Michael Jackson's This Is It on April Fool's Day, 2009, okay? But I found out that it was posted September 1st, 2018. So you got to be really, really careful when you research things and that you double check things, because people will try to put you in a trick bag. This is a fake account. It's not really his account. It says he's married to somebody by the name of Helen Black or whatever. But anyway, it's a dud. It's meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. April 1st is April Fool's Day. So I checked it out. So, to those people who thought they could catch Pearl Jr. doing sloppy research, okay? Well, their sloppy research is they use third-party speech. Don't they know that third-party speech is not evidence? I mean, I can see all this third-party speech as if that means something, as if that's evidence, right? All these third-party websites using the wrong name, Michael Joseph Jackson, as if that super succeeds or is more powerful than 2 driver's licenses, a letter from the DMV, 2 passports, Korean visa, Jermaine's book in writing, LaToya's tweet, a letter signed by 6 of Michael's siblings, the 2005 trial, the American Dream miniseries. It just becomes absurd. A $3 million bail bond, all of Michael's valuable copyrights, all his BMI credits and royalties are all in his real name of Michael Joe Jackson. There is not one death document in his real name. Not one. Not one. Okay? When I sent the coroner the Freedom of Information Act, he could have came clean and said, oh, I'm so sorry, because I sent him the driver's licenses. I sent him the passports. And he had an opportunity to go, oh, I'm so sorry. Is that really his name? Let me check it out. But instead, he lied and said he sent it to all driver's licenses back to the California Department of Motor Vehicle. So he lied. So that's purposeful. Okay, so watch Alive 4, because I got a Macaulay Culkin thing attached to that. So watch Alive 4, okay? So you guys, the naysayers that want Michael dead so badly, they want Michael dead. They want him dead, doggone it. And Pearl, you stop saying he's alive. How dare you say he's alive? I would say alive is an improvement from dead. Right? And when Elvis had his death hoax, right? I don't remember a whole bunch of hate around it. I don't remember people being mad and angry and calling people bad names. You know, the Elvis fans were like, really? It could be? Elvis could still be alive? Well, shoot. Because 99.999% of the population, Elvis is a fantasy anyway. Somebody that they'll never get to know anyway. Okay? Same thing with Michael Jackson. Okay? But I know that Michael Jackson's death hoax is more solid, more confirmed, more proof, more facts, more evidence, more clues of that of who he is. But Michael studied Elvis's death hoax, right? So there were, like, John Burroughs was supposed to be an Elvis. Elvis is one of his aliases, right? And one of his aliases, Michael started using aliases. And I don't know. Yeah, you could say for whatever reason he started using aliases. Now, with the Bobby Anderson thing, right? Bobby Anderson, as I said in 2017, he could be a real person. So just like I show you how Michael used decoys at the end of Alive 4, right? I show it to you, right? Michael can, and there was two people, you know, so there was one that you thought was Michael, but it wasn't. And Michael went somewhere else. Well, with Peter, Michael, Bobby, Michael could just say, you're still the person that you are. You're still Bobby Anderson, but I'm going to go through you. Kind of like, remember that one fairy tale, Bonaparte, where he was in the bushes and the guy that really liked the girl was, talking for him because he was too shy to talk. What was the name of that, you guys all know the fairy tale, right? The children's story. And so, so that's why I call them Peter, Michael, Bobby, because I believe that they're all three one person. Even if Michael is also there, okay, using Bobby Anderson, okay? And in Alive 5, I'm going to show you the Anderson family and Joe at the same place at the same time. I have that for Alive 5. I'm not sure when I'll be able to show it in Alive 5, but I will be able to put the Jacksons and the Andersons together, okay? Together at the same place at the same time. All right. So is he a relative? I don't know. Or did he meet him in a chat room because he sounds so much like him and he recruited him? I don't know. But you learned in Alive 4 that Michael owns property in South Carolina. Out of all the places in the whole wide world, or let's just say the 51 states of the United States, right? Michael paid taxes in 8 of them. 8, right? And one of them happens to be the place where Bobby Anderson is from. Okay? So, we see some in the background. So we got that. And we got some other stuff too. Okay, so make sure if you want to know why I believe Peter Madani, aka Michael Jackson, aka Bobby Anderson, are all working together in unison, and Bobby Anderson is just a decoy. Okay, watch Alive 3 and Alive 4. Okay, it's too much to explain. It's too much. So if you try to get me caught up back and forth, no, you got to watch the documentaries. Or for those people who say they can't afford it or they don't want to pay for it, I do offer the information for free. You just have to go through a lot of my videos on YouTube. You just have to go back to 2012 and just look for all the videos that say Peter on them. Okay, so the information is free. It's just that we invest in these documentaries and we make it a cohesive stories, and these documentaries cost money, and they also take thousands of hours to research and hundreds of hours to make. Okay, hundreds of hours to put together. So we got that there. So anybody that accuses me of making money, you guys know If I make a little bit of money, I put it right back into another Michael project. How many Michael projects do I have? I have Trial and Triumph. First, it was behind the scenes of the Michael Jackson trial. Then it was behind the scene. First, it was behind the scenes of Michael Jackson trial. Michael Jackson trial, the triumph of the King of Pop. Pseudocide. Did Michael Jackson fake his death to save his life? E-movie book, 115,000 words. Then it was Alive, Is Michael Jackson Really Dead? Then it was Alive 2, Michael Jackson, The Great Escape. Then it was Alive 3, Michael Jackson, The Living Dead. Then it was Alive 4, Michael Jackson, The Missing Pieces. And then I'm going to ask you guys if you can help me with another title for Alive 5, because Denise Purley helped me with The Missing Pieces, which was so perfect, wasn't it, Denise? Wasn't it? It was just so perfect. All right. So, Alive 5 might be the final episode. That's what I might name it. Alive 5, the final episode. Because I'm not going to do these forever. Okay, 5 in a docu-series. Somebody's probably thinking, and I'm thinking it too, maybe there should be 7. No, it's too much work. It's too much work. I can't think about doing 3 more. Oh my God, I just can't do 3 more. I can do 1 more. Okay, Alive 5, the final episode is what I think I'm going to call it. That's what I think I'm going to do. Not quite sure. All right. So, we got that. Nick Cannon. Okay. Well, should I go to Nick Cannon? No. Why don't we do this? Why don't we go to, before we do Nick Cannon, let's do Kanye West. Okay. Kanye West. All right. Kanye West. Kanye is losing his mind. And I remember one person, when I say Kanye got mental issues, she was like, no, you don't. I said, girl, you better Google. Yes, he does. He has bipolar. Kim sitting there saying, please forgive him. He's having an episode, blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, people were talking about Peter Michael Bobby's Yeezys. Jeezys. Okay. Kanye has Yeezys and Peter has J-Eezys for Jackson Empire. Jeezys, right? And they're the same, from the same manufacturer, the same materials are made, the same everything, except for Kanye didn't pay for exclusive rights, okay, to where, and that probably costs so much money, it's ridiculous. So other people can use the design and put their own logo in it and not call it Yeezys, so he calls it Jeezys. So then Kanye West goes of all places for his first presidential campaign, which is absurd. You got to be insane. Remember Kanye, college dropout? Okay, come on now. All right. Never held office, think he can go right to president. It's absurd. But the first place that he went to have a presidential rally was South Carolina. Isn't that where our boy is from? Right? Peter Michael Bobby, right? Then, after I reported on that, then why is Kanye going to talk about Michael all of a sudden? You know, what? This was you running for president and all this had nothing to do with Michael, okay? But now he's saying that Michael was murdered, okay? After speaking out against Sony boss Tommy Mottola. You got your years kind of off. I think Tommy Mottola was around 2001, 2002. And Michael Jackson's death announcement was way in 2009. So we're talking about 7 years. Plus, Tommy Mottola was already fired from there. Okay. So Tommy Mottola was over it. Okay. He was over it already. And Michael was not murdered. Michael knew that people were after him. And he wasn't going to be no dumb Dora and just, let them kill him. I mean, that's what people want to believe, that Michael was just, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea that people want to kill me. Even though we got recordings of him saying he want to disappear and that people are after him and people are stalking him and people are going to kill him for his catalog and people are going to kill him and he's wearing bulletproof vests. So it makes sense to some people. I need to turn the camera on me. So it makes sense to some people. And then he won't leave Paris, Prince, and Blanket, right? It makes sense to some people that Michael is going to let some doctor that he just met, 6 months earlier, right? Inject him with an anesthetic to put you to sleep for surgery without a heart monitor. That costs $75. I mean, it's just absurd. And the doctor gonna do it. and the doctor gonna do it, right? As if something goes wrong, nobody will notice. Nobody's gonna notice. I could be as reckless as I want to and as negligent as I want to, and it doesn't matter. He's just nothing, right? Forget that he sold out 50 concerts at 20,000 seats in a day, and they're waiting on that. He's in rehearsals to make his big comeback. Forget that. You know what? You don't even need no heart monitor. Even though I'm a heart doctor, and all I do is mess with hearts that are bad. That's all I do is deal with hearts that are bad, right? Nah, I'm not gonna do it. The heart, the little thing that go on your finger where it can tell if your heart stops beating or you stop breathing was in the other bedroom. Okay, come on. It's just, it's so ridiculous. And then who was that? Oh, he told Aaron Carter, I'm about to leave here. Yeah, with 3 little kids. Come on. It's just silly. It's a stupid death. Okay, and you guys learn in a live too about the propofol, right? This is really, there is no way that anybody can watch the Alive trilogy and not know without a shadow of a doubt that Michael Jackson faked his death. I am still waiting on somebody to prove to me that Michael Joe Jackson is dead. I put that challenge out there. I'll put it out there again. Somebody please prove to me that Michael Joe Jackson is dead. And I want proof. Okay, not something written on a piece of paper. That ain't proof. That's not proof. Okay. So anyway, so then we get Kanye West bringing up Michael. I'm just saying. It seems a little weird to me. All right. So then we have Nick Cannon. Okay. I just what's going on with Nick Cannon. I feel for Nick. Okay, I feel for Nick. And I like Nick, and Nick's going to keep his job as far as the way that, it's been said. But let's see. I'm trying to go to my Facebook page because, you guys, I don't share everything with you guys. Okay, everything is just not, it's just not the time or place to share it. So today I did share a couple of new things. Okay, a couple of pictures that I'm going to show you that's on my Facebook page. Because I know that this is a new audience. Most of you guys, I put this on YouTube, and YouTube people aren't necessarily my Facebook people. All right, so let me show you what I have. Come on up with Nick Cannon. I went to an event, and Nick Cannon was there, and I had pictures with Nick with other people on the red carpet in front of, they do the little picture where you do pictures and there's all the sponsors behind it. Let's see. Oh man, it's not going to come up. Come on. But anyway, go to my Facebook page and you will see a picture of Nick Cannon. And at the time I talked to his father. I was talking to his dad about this, that, and the other. And then I've had these pictures for a while and I just never shared them. Just never shared them. And then that sculpture with Bubbles, AJ, and because Michael had 2 monkeys. I think the other one was called AJ. Am I correct? Okay, but there was Bubbles, and then there was another one. Okay, Michael had 2 monkeys, I believe. Okay, so here we go. Let me turn this around. All right, see that sculpture? I thought that was something that could fit in your hand. I had no idea when I was in this museum. I had no idea that this was that big. That sculpture was, that's me. That's me. See if you can see my face. Yep, that's me. Oh, I got my butterfly necklace on. Okay. And so that's me. So that sculpture is huge. And then, let me turn my camera around. And then where is the picture with, oh, here it is. Okay, here's the picture with Nick Cannon. Okay, and I have more of these. Okay, I like Nick Cannon. Okay, but you got to be careful. Some people are real sensitive. And so we got to be real careful what we say. Okay, and I try to be careful what I say too. But he's going to keep his job because he's one of the creators of The Masked Singer, and Nick Cannon is in Alive 4. So you guys be sure that you watch Alive 4. All right, so I did the sculpture. Oh, I opened up a new Twitter page as well, and it's called Twitter Prisoner Fame, at Prisoner Fame. Twitter.com. Wait, and I'm going to pull it up. So please, you guys, go and sign up for it, Prisoner Fame, and make sure you see Prisoner Fame on Amazon Prime, because it's on Amazon Prime. All right, so here we go. So I already got 16 followers. It's hard to get followers nowadays, you guys. It's real tough to get followers nowadays, okay? So here it is here. I wonder why the picture, it's really a sharp picture. It's professionally made. But, you know, sometimes, I don't know why. Because I'm not logged in right. Okay. But anyway, guys. So sign up for Prisoner Fame for the short film, okay? And a blast from the past. Blast from the past. I helped Michael, and I didn't realize all this stuff. I wrote Michael a letter, and I said, I feel like I'm your fairy godmother. What's going on? You know, and you guys remember I gave him the white t-shirts and the black t-shirt. And if you look under his stuff, and this is it, you'll see that he's wearing the white t-shirt and the black t-shirt that I gave him, right? I gave him those. I had no idea. I just thought maybe he needed some t-shirts. I didn't want any notoriety. I didn't put anything special on the t-shirts or anything. I just felt like maybe he could use some t-shirts, because he probably don't have nobody taking care of him. You know, the designers are going to bring their designs, but they might not remember to bring him t-shirts. And I remember a story about the security guards where they had to go pick up underwear for Michael because he needed underwear. You know what I mean? Because you hire people to do certain things, but they forget they're not your parents, or they're not you, and you're responsible to brush your teeth. You're responsible for your own underwear. You're responsible for, you know, keeping your feet nice, your toes, and all this other stuff. Then there was something that they had bad feet. Michael, in the whole This Is It, you never see him hurting his feet or anything about Michael and feet hurting. So I believe that cryonic body double, and if you want to know about that, watch A Prisoner of Fame, had bad feet. Okay, so I probably got to look up what happens with the feet, if something happens with the feet in cryonic freezing. You know, I'm just wondering. And then even Conrad Murray talked about Michael's feet. But in This Is It, Michael's feet were great. And then there was another letter. There was a letter out there from somebody that was a member of the cast of This Is It, talking about Michael's bad feet. But Conrad said he fixed his feet up. He fixed his feet. He healed his feet. So it was a cryonic body double. That's another thing. I might put that in Alive 5, okay? Because Alive 4, oh my God, I break down those autopsy pictures good, don't I? I mean, the autopsy hospital and ambulance pictures, I break them down good. Oh my God, I break them down good. All right, so we got that. Okay. This is something that I've only talked about maybe once or twice throughout all these years. I've only brought this up like maybe once or twice, okay? And it has to do with the storage unit stuff, okay? The storage unit stuff. And his name was Henry Vicaro. And the story is, please, I didn't refresh the story, but I believe the story was that not Michael, but it was some of the Jacksons had entered into this deal about guitars or something, and the deal went sour and it went bad, and they owed Henry Vicaro something, and they didn't show up for the bankruptcy court or something, and the Jacksons lost their stuff in their storage. They lost it. Henry Vicaro got it because he had a judgment against them, right? So he was looking to collect on that judgment. So he found out that there were these storage units, and he confiscated the Jackson stuff. Okay. Before I get into what happened with the stuff a little bit later, okay, because there was two sets. This is more of the Jacksons stuff. Okay, the Jackson 5 stuff with Janet, the Jackson 5 with Catherine was pretty much the curator of this stuff. And then there's the Michael stuff, and that Michael stuff was at they had an auction with Julian over by Robinson's May in Beverly Hills that I went to in the month of May. Okay, and I saw Shauna there, and I have some footage of Shauna, and I saw Rodney Jerkins there, and that's when I interviewed Rodney Jerkins. This is some old stuff. You know, I never put Shauna or Rodney Jerkins in any of my documentaries because it's not really death hoax related, you know. But if you look through my videos, I have them somewhere, and it's around 2009-ish is where I have it. So you would have to go through my YouTube videos because there's like 515 videos or something like that. Okay, so there's a lot of information. So when people come trying to tell me what I don't understand and what I don't get, it's kind of like, where's your receipts? Where is your 500 videos? Where is your book? Where are your 5 documentaries? Where are you at these trials? Where, you know, what makes you think you can pop in for 10 seconds and try to school me or lecture me? Okay? When I've been here faithfully for 15 years. Okay. So anyway, so Henry Vicaro back in 2009, nobody knew what was going to happen later on in the month of June, had put up some videos showing the stuff and talking junk about Joe and Catherine and how much he didn't like them, right? And it was mean. It was mean, right? So I had Randy's phone number. Randy, yes, Janet's manager, her brother, Randy Jackson, I had his phone number. And the reason why I had his phone number was because when I was doing my regular shopping one day in like 2007, 2008, I think, I went to the 99-cent store and Randy was in the parking lot in his red Porsche, just sitting there. And I'm like, oh my God, is that Randy Jackson? I couldn't believe it. But I said, I'm not going to pry. You know what I mean? So I said, I'm going to go in the store. And if he's still here when I get back, then I'm going to say something, right? I had did the behind the scenes of the Michael Jackson trial. We didn't sign the deal for the trial in Triumph until May 8th, which is 7 weeks before the death announcement. So it was before that. Barack Obama was running for president. I know that, because I told him we're going to get that done. And we did. We did twice. Okay. So when I came out of the 99-cent store, he was still here. So I decided to, hey, what's up? Oh, hi, blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, remember me? I'm this, I'm that. I did the trial. I did the documentary, your brother, blah, do that, damn, boo. Right? And I had this ugly ass pink phone. This pink phone that was like, it was a flip phone. It was all scratched up. And I was like embarrassed when he said, well, I'm going to give you my phone number. Right? I was embarrassed of that phone. Embarrassed, you know. And then he thought I was funny because he said, well, call me. I'm going to give the phone number. So call me. And I was calling myself. And he said, oh, you're a trip, huh? You know, so we kind of laughed or whatever. So I had Randy's phone number. Okay. That's how I got Randy's phone number, just to let you guys know. And then I had talked to Joe before and Jermaine. I interviewed him. I got receipts for that. Okay. Go on my Michael Jackson Insider website for me and with pictures. Okay. So, I had Randy's phone number, right? So I said, ooh, what am I going to do? I think I should call Pearl. It ain't none of your business. Don't you call and tell him. So I called, you know, and I said, look, you know, this guy on the internet got your stuff. He talking junk about your mother and your father, and you need to take care of it, right? And so I think I had to leave a message. And so what I did was I decided that I was going to contact Mr. Vicaro. So this is a message that I sent to him, dated June 3rd, 2009. Okay. And I'm just going to read it to you. Okay. I'm going to say, I said, Have a Heart was the name of it. And I said, after watching all the videos you just released with all the Jackson's life's work in your possession, it is obvious that you have no sentimental attachment to it. So why not give them an offer for them to get their stuff back? A simple check and then the return of their stuff. Have a heart, Mr. Vicaro. I can tell by your presence that you really feel bad that you have it. The money would make you so much happier and be more beneficial to you. I can't promise you anything, but I can talk with Joe about it. Please note, no, please keep this message private. I want you to know that I have not spoken to any of them about it, but I do have a contact with a few of them if you will take it under consideration. Because I left Randy a message. I didn't talk to him, left him a message. Okay. This is a part of American history and Black history. As a Black African, as a Black American, it hurts me that someone owns their memories who doesn't really care about them or their growth or realize the tremendous triumph involved with their successes. After all, they are a family. It means so much to me and millions of others. Joe will be 80 years old next month, which probably doesn't mean much to you, but it would be great for Joe to have it back in their family possession. When I attended the hearing regarding MJ's Neverland stuff a few months back, Joe was there. I talked to him and didn't realize the full extent as to why he was so upset. It was because this was not the first time their memories were to be taken. I'm reliving that, saying, no wonder Joe was so anxious. The Jacksons worked so very hard to achieve what they achieved, so please, Mr. Vicaro, make an offer. Thanks, Pearl Jr., and I put Michael Jackson, and then I put here, please, Mr. Vicaro, have a heart. I can try to help make it as simple as possible. Okay? All right? So, anybody who says Michael didn't like me or Michael, they're lying through their teeth. They're lying through their teeth. Okay? Don't believe the haters because they're haters. And what do haters do? They hate. That's it. Okay? They hate. Okay? And try to get me caught up in trick bags. Okay? Not the kid. The kid is way smarter than that. All right. So then I have these, okay, emails, okay? He had taken, next thing I had known was when I looked back, all the Mr. Vicaro's account was taken down, the videos had been removed, and I had told Randy, left him the message who it was, and I spelled it for him and left the message or whatever. So they must have contacted him, and with my email, it must have, worked because they got their stuff back. I'm going to tell you some more in a minute. So on 6409, open communication is key. He had sent me something before this, but since his account was taken down, when I went to save this, it was already gone. All his messages were gone, and this is all that I had left. But here is something from him on the 5th, okay? Okay, give me a few days to a week because sometimes Joe is out of town and it sometimes takes him days to get back to me. I'll also talk to a few of the family members. Do you have a price range in mind? Okay, so they were working it behind the scenes, but I had been instrumental in working this out, clearing this up for him. I felt like I was Michael's fairy godmother with the trial and triumph and being there for him in his darkest hour and just so much stuff. And then the Darian Dash, prescient lawsuit, and gosh, it was just so much, right? And then the Jesse Jackson birthday party, and oh my God, it seemed like everywhere I turned, it was Michael. Michael was everywhere. It was like, I couldn't make any moves without Michael being somewhere, something happening with Michael at that time. All right. So, so then we find out, brings us to Mr. Mann. Okay. Howard Mann, right? You guys remember that with Catherine, with that stuff, the Howard Mann situation where he had the stuff. So I think Joe used a decoy, okay, because they use decoys. Okay, they have someone acting on their behalf, right? That's what they did all the time. Decoys, which I believe Bobby Anderson is a decoy, okay, for Michael. That's why I think they're the same person, okay? Because even if Bobby's really a person and Michael's really a person, they're acting as one. You follow me in this situation, okay? So Howard Mann must have made a deal with Mr. Vicaro, because that's how they got their stuff back. That was the storage unit stuff. And guess who has some of that stuff? Peter Michael Bobby. Bam. Okay? Peter Michael Bobby has some of that stuff. Just to let you know. Just to let you know. Okay? Just to let you know. Okay? So, I just wanted to kind of share that bam with you. Okay? So I have been more than helpful in Michael's life in just kind of an angelic way, kind of, you know, in a way in which I could never plan, because it was just so real. And then I told you guys about Shamilla. You got to watch a live 4 to find out about Shamilla. Okay? There was somebody else that would call me, and his name was, it's Italian. What's Peter in Italian? Not Pablo. You know who you call me as. You know Michael, because he could do an Italian accent. What's the Puedo? No, Paulie. That's what it was. It was Paulie. So, a Paulie was calling me, right? A Paulie was calling me. And then Joe called. And I told Joe, that's just talking to a guy named Paulie. And Joe was like, you know, like he knew that was Michael, right? Right? So, you guys, you know, I was a little bit up in the mix. You know what I mean? I was up in the mix. I was kind of up in the mix. I didn't mean to be up in the mix, but I just happened to be. And it all came from my work with doing the documentary, saying that Michael Jackson, I was telling the truth, telling the absolute truth. And then, and believe me, I'm here to tell you guys, as a reporter, at that 2005 trial, I was not a fan there reporting there. I was a reporter to report the truth. Okay? And people want to get me confused. I was a reporter in the 2005 trial. I was not a fan in the spectator seat. Okay? So if I had to report that Michael looked guilty or Michael did something bad, I would have reported it. I would have reported it to you guys. I would have reported it on my TV show, True Talk, straight out of LA. Okay, I would have. But there was nothing. There was nothing at all that proved that Michael Jackson was a pedophile. Nothing. Anything, it strengthened that he was a heterosexual male. Regular old heterosexual male. And my daughter, I brought her in on my media pass that day, the day where they were showing all Michael's porn, you know, all his heterosexual porn, no male gay porn. There was some girl on girls, but nothing for gay male stuff, nothing, right? My daughter, and it was such just regular nude pictures, and people were falling asleep. My daughter was falling asleep, right? And so was the jurors were like doing like this, you know, because they thought they were going to see some salacious stuff, and it wasn't. It was just regular guy porn, just regular stuff, just regular. So if anything, it strengthened that Michael's sexual preference was just regular. It was girls. That's it. Girls. Okay. So there, because I was at a video and I said that, what if he did it? I wanted people to know that I have not made up my mind, because I always sit in the courtrooms as if I'm a juror. That's my mentality. That's my mentality as a juror. And the juror's responsibility is to seek out the truth. That's the juror's responsibility, to find out if somebody's guilty or innocent. And I'm going to tell you, 7 days, it was 7 days before they came out with a verdict. I believe it was 7 days. My memory serves me right. I didn't know all Michael's numerology back then was 7. I didn't know all the stuff that I know now, right? And they found him not guilty. They went through everything. They did the best that they could. They didn't find him guilty on not one of the 14 counts. 14 out of 14 innocent. Then you got Wade and James, who they knew about at the time, talking about, oh, we were having sex everywhere. Just here and there, even though there's cameras everywhere. We're having sex here and there and all the time. And this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Tom Snedden was looking for something, begging for something. So, and Diane Diamond with him. Okay, so if there was any, in the whole power of the Santa Barbara District Attorney's Office, okay, and Tom Snedden, he was one of the prosecutors with one of the highest prosecutorial rates in the whole country. He was like at 93% of his cases he won. That's why he thought he could. That's why he had too much ego, and he thought he could take down the king of pop on something that he didn't have nothing of. All he had was Wade and James words coming out of the mouth, words coming out of the mouth. Okay, so that's how I know that Michael Jackson is not guilty. Not because I don't want him to be guilty, not because I want him to be guilty, not because of my wants. It's because that's what the facts, proof, and evidence led to. Just like the facts, proof, and evidence leads to Michael Jackson faked his death. Okay, so you go to my website, michaeljacksoninsider.com. I have a statement there, and you guys tell me if it's a little much or not. Okay, michaeljacksoninsider.com. All right, so there you have it. And I will talk to you guys next time.